I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 7 lesson on homophones. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 7, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of homophones. All right. So our chapter is homophones. Our subject is English language arts. Grade 7. And then we're going to scroll down up and no, sorry. Then and our lesson is to use the correct homophone. All right. So we're going to use homophones. So what are homophones? Right? So we now basically going to say what homophones are. And homophones are words that sound the same, but they have different spellings and meaning. So homophones are words that sounds the same, but they have different spellings as well as meanings, right? And if we're going to look at a few words that are homophones, right? And these are words with the same, let's say the same sound, right? Words that sound the same, but the spellings are different. So we said homophones are words that sounds the same, right? But the spellings are different as well as the meanings are different, right? So we're going to look at a few examples, right, of homophones where we have words that sounds the same, sorry, but the spellings of the word as well as the meanings of the words are different. All right, the first word is it says my friends and I buy lunch at school, right? So buy is the first word. B-U-Y. So buy means to pay for something, right? You're purchasing something. All right. Then the second word that sounds the same, but the spelling as well as the meanings are different is we all eat together by the big tree. We all eat together by the big tree. So this word by, which is only by, by the big tree. And by, it means either near or it means far, it depends. It means near, by. It's like sitting near to something, sitting near to the street, sitting near to the park. So we're sitting by the park, by the tree, for example. And then we say bye. We say bye to each other when the bell rings, right? And that is BYE. All right. So when it comes to the last word bye, which is BYE, right? So bye is like short for goodbye, right? But most of us, we do just say bye, but it's short for goodbye. And then we have a few more examples, right? All right. And if we look at a few more words and examples, right, then we can say the words due, the words do, and the words due. These are also homophones, right? All right. So when we are now by the next one, which is due. It says the words due, do, as well as due. These are homophones, and as you can hear, they sound the same, right? So they sound the same. The only thing that makes them different is the fact that they are spelt differently, right? As well as the meaning of these words are different. All right. And once again, we said homophones are words that sounds the same, but they have different spellings as well as meanings, right? So now we have our words with due, words with do, and words with due, right? All right. And now if we look at the words do, and do, right? We see there are homophones, right? They sound the same, but of course the meanings of these words are different. So we need to think of what we think each one of these mean, right? All right. So if we think about what each of these words mean, then if you look at the first word, dew, which is DEW, dew is a moisture formed on cool surfaces overnight. So that moistury feeling that you see sometimes in your sandwiches left overnight, that is just normal. It is dew, right? Then do, right? What is do? All right. So we say do, it means to carry out an addiction, and due requires a certain time, right? So that is also just an example of, let's say, how different, let's say, words, but they sound the same. The meaning as well as the spelling of these words are just different. So meaning as well as the words are different. The spelling words are different. All right. So we said these are our homophones, right? And we looked at words like buy, and buy, and we also looked at words like due, right? Just to give us a more and a broader understanding of what homophones are. So we said homophones are words that sounds the same, right? Sounds the same, but they have different spellings and they have different meanings. All right, so we are doing a tutorial lesson on aplusstudents.ca, right? Let's go to aplusstudents.ca. And now, what's happening? All right, so we are going to the first one, which is to use the correct homophones, right? So we're going to use the correct homophones. All right, it says, firstly, we're going to go over a homophone again, and we said homophones are words that sounds the same, but they have different spellings as well as different meanings, right? So that is homophones. They have different spellings, different meanings. All right, and we see with homophones, right? It you'll find words that sounds the same, right? You'll even think it's the same word. But then if you look closer, then the word, it Its spelling of the word is different, as well as the meaning is written, as well as said it is differently, right? And then we have buy, and buy. The one buy is to purchase something. The other buy is to basically being taken care of the granny when you're close to or nearby a tree or something. And the third bye is short for goodbye. It's like saying goodbye everybody, right? But they will be back. All right. Oopsie. All right. So now let's look at this word. It says, do you have a plan to that back those vines, or will you let them wrap around the balcony railings? All right. Okay, so also when it comes to homophones, right, we see that it can literally be any word, right? Where you have more than one word, and then the word it sounds the same, and in your mind you're thinking like, these two words are the same, right? But then again, the spellings of these words are different, as well as the roots of the words are different. All right. Yeah, we have another example, right, of a homophone. It says the words pear, which is a fruit, and another pear are homophones, right? All right. So if we look at the first word pear, right, which is Pair, pair. That pair is a set of two things that go together. Like for example, pair of socks is like your two socks. Your shoes, because you have to wear two shoes, right? So that is a pair. A pair comes in twos. All right. Then we have the second word pear, which is the fruit, which is Pear, right? Pear. And pear is a sweet fruit with yellow, green, or brown skin. And then lastly, we have pear, which is Pare. And it means to trim or cut off the outer edges of something. And then lastly, we have another word, which is pear. Pare. Actually, the first time I see this word, Pare, and it means to trim or cut the outer edges of something. All right. So if we look at these words, compared even to the words of bi, right? These are all homophones, right? Because you have a set of words that is basically just switched off, right? Only people to sit in without a, for example, a way forward. But this is our homophones. We have pair and we have bi, all right? Pair and bi. All right, so let's quickly go to two more activities and then we're going to our test. All right, it says in the large field just north of the ranch horse. All right. If we look at another example of a homophone, right? Then we can look at the word so, so, and so. These are also another example of a homophone. So, so, and so. These are words that sounds the same, but the meanings of these words are different, right? All right. So we said with so, so, and so. The first word so, right? Because remember, it sounds the same, but the spellings and the meaning, of course, is different. So the first so, which is S-O, right? It means as a result. It's like saying so. What do you care? So I took the you understand. So that is what that word so means. Then we have another so, which is E-W and S-E-W, sorry, S-E-W. All right, so we are now by do, so, right? The second so is E-W. It means to make or fix something with a needle as well as a thread. That is so, right? And then we have another word so. All right. So we see the second word so, the third one so, S-O-W, it means to scatter or plant. It's like let's say a farmer sowing, right, your plants, your seeds, right, in order to gain either trees or food or whatever that's supposed to grow out of that, right? So that is our three words, which are homophones, and it sounds the same. However, the spelling as well as the meanings of these words are different, right? All right. All right. So once again, homophones are words that sounds the same, but they have different spellings as well as meanings. It says in the large fields just north of a ranch house, they they sow corn, right? So which means that they're putting the seeds of the corn in the field and they're going to plow, right? They're going to see that the ground is nice, enough soil, enough water in order for that to grow. All right, let's go to our test. All right, so we are going to complete the sentence with the correct homophone. All right. So yes, is complete the sentence with the correct homophone. It says Henry mixed blue and red dye to create a rich purple hue, which he used to color the whole tablecloth. All right. So we said Henry mixed blue and red dye, which is DY in E, to create a rich purple hue, which he used to color the whole teeth. DIE, it means you're going to get killed. You're dying, right? All right, so we're going with the DYE, which is die. All right. We need to complete the sentence with the great homophone. It says a reporter asked Chinese speed skater Meng Wang how it felt to win her first Olympic. All right. So it says a reporter asked Chinese speed skater Ming Wang how it felt to win her first Olympic at the Turin Games. Is it metal or is it middle? So we said middle. A report asked Chinese speed skater Ming Wang how it felt to win her first medal at the Turin Games. So not metal, but medal. All right. All right. It says the highest, do we say the highest peak as in P double E K or peak as in P E A K? in Ethiopia is Ras Dashen, which has an elevation of almost 10,000 feet. All right, so if we need to peek, you need to look, right? But you shouldn't get caught. This is the highest peak, right? The highest peak in Russia. Let's just quickly go with this one. Let's see. Yes. So peak is like the right on top of the mountain, right? All right. So now it also says you seem distracted today. So I'm wondering if there's something on your mind. Seem. Yeah, we have two different seams, which is SEAM and SEEM. All right. So you seem SEEM distracted today. So I'm wondering if there's still something on your mind. All right. So well done. SEEM is correct. All right. So, given that there were more than 100 guests at the wedding, how many do we say presents, meaning how many people were there, or how many presents, meaning the gifts that they brought? Presents do you think Mariam and Liam have received? All right. So, we can say presents. Let's say presents. It's gifts. It's gifts, right? Presents are gifts. And you need great, do we say patience, the top one, or patience, the bottom one? So you need great patience, right? Patience to rely on a bus system when the weather is bad, since snow can cause long days. All right. So patience. You need great patience to rely on the bus system when the weather is bad. All right, so patience, chill. That is what they mean, right? That is what they mean with patience. You need to chill a bit. Our kitten likes to rub her soft, furry face against dad's. So we said the first one, which is a cause beard, or the second one, which is cause beard. So our kitten likes to rub her face, soft face, against dad's. Let's go with coarse beard, right? Meaning it is coarse, it is needs to be washed, needs a nice trim, right? That is what they mean by a coarse beard, right? And if you need to find me later this afternoon, I'll be either I'll be either at the basketball practice or in the library finishing my history project. So aisle, it's either going to be aisle that you walk down the aisles when you're at the grocery store, ISLE, or I'll, I double L, meaning I will. I double L meaning I will. If you need to find me later on this afternoon, I'll be either at basketball practice or in the library finishing history project. Oh, I'll. All right. A pair is the first one, which is PEAR, or the second one, PAIR. So a pair of striped socks fell out of Anna's laundry basket on her way to the washing machine. All right, so if we say a pair of striped socks fell out of Anna's laundry basket on her way to the washing machine. All right, so we say a pair, which is people together, of striped socks fell out of Anna's laundry basket on her way to the washing machine. So stripes is correct. All right, so we see that these are homophones, and homophones are words that sounds the same, but the meanings of the word as well as the spellings of the words are different, right? It is different. All right, so here we can say a pair of striped socks fell out of Anna's laundry basket on her way to the limit washing machine. Right? All right. All right, so we said that we did homophones, and homophones are a group of words with the same words, right? All right. So that is for homophones, right? Once again, we use homophones. Homophones are words that sounds the same, right? It sounds the same like buy, due, pair, for example, and many others. But so it sounds the same, but the spellings are different, right? The spellings are different. Even the wording is different, right? All right. So these are homophones, and we said homophones are words that sounds the same, but the meaning is different. So the meaning is different as well as the spelling of the word is different. All right. So homophones, right? Once again, words that sounds the same, but the spelling as well as the meaning of those words are different. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on homophones. Thank you very much, grade 7, for joining the class. I really hope you have a better understanding of what homophones are. All right. All right, so that is the end of our lesson on homophones. Thank you very much for joining the class, and I really hope you're going to have a good evening further. Goodbye.